Well, good morning, world. Here we are, another day. I hope everyone had a beautiful Thanksgiving, able to enjoy it, with family and friends, or some of you that might just be alone, able to enjoy that time, have some nice peace in your life. We're in my cellar right now. I'm going to get some water. Let's see how it is outside. A little bit tough with one hand. Whoops. There we go. I don't have my garden hose anymore, because cold out there. We got a little bit of snow. We'll take a look at that. A little bit of frost, a little snow. Not much. This is my little part of my cellar. Freezer down there. I got my clothes hanging up over there. Furnace over here. Back over there. So here we go. Love this beautiful stone wall. That's the original house that was built somewhere in 1949. That's the original stone wall here, which I really love. My son did that when he was young. It's been there for probably 20 plus years. Cool. So I love the stone wall. And this part, which is cement, this is what they added on. So this is the original stone wall here. Just work on this a minute. See if I can do this. Push this aside. Whoops. Oh, I miss my hose so much. So yeah, original stone wall here, which I do love. I love these big old stone walls, which I cut right into the original part of the house, and they added this part, which would be my half bath upstairs and then the master bedroom. That's where we're walking in right now. I love those stone walls. So, boy, time is flying by. I didn't do the super big Thanksgiving, like I did not bake my own homemade pies this year. I went down to an orchard place that makes their own pies and use their own fruit, and they're very good. They're not very little sugar that they use, and there's no preservatives or things of that sort. It's very simple, like a homemade. And they were very good. Saved me a lot of time. And just had a typical, turkey, gravy, stuffing. I had mashed potatoes and corn this time. I didn't go with the other hard squash, foods. This takes a long time to make those things, I mean, I've been doing this since I'm an old lady now, but I've been doing Thanksgiving since I was 22. So I think I'm getting tired of it. So here we are outside. So it's only like in the 30s right now. 30 degrees. And it's beautiful though. Sun's shining, which is nice. So I'm going to get the other water, get my boots on, get the girls up. But I just want to say hi. I just wanted to say I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving, Time is going by just so fast. And because we had such beautiful weather, I was able to, if the snow would have came like in October, which we have had in the past, or mostly November, but we have had storms a few years back. We had a foot of snow in October. Amazing. But if it would have been one of those winters, I wouldn't have got so much done. But because the weather's been so beautiful, I've been able to rake and, have just be able to keep up on stuff that I had to do. I took the other little fencing down over there around my box. There used to be like a wire fencing, plastic fencing there. Let me just zoom. So around that box, I had a plastic fencing, which I took down. It's very old, getting brittle, so I tossed it out. I can get new if I want to, but, cut back all the grapes and all the berries and the pear tree and the apple tree and things of that sort. So, getting ready for winter, right, when things go to sleep. That's my asparagus down there. Which I need to cut back to the ground. I should do that today. And then I was waiting for it to get all brown, which it is. Have to cut that back ground level. So I will do that. So anyways, let me get my other bucket. So it's really beautiful today. I love the weather. Sky's looking good. I haven't seen any much clouds today, which is wonderful. Let's go back over here. I gotta put my pink boots outside. So since it's cold and you gotta shut off those outside faucets, can't have that running. It'll freeze up into your pipes. So now it's slugging water, which takes me a little bit longer. But that's okay. So part of life, right? Part of the seasons. But we're supposed to have, according to the woolly bears, that's like a little caterpillar, a cold start. Kind of a wintry start. Could be just cold, or could be a combination of, well, it could be the snow, or it could be what's a hard winter. Either you're going to get a lot of snow, or it's going to be really cold. Here's my cat food. If Luna's here, we'll check that out. So the little woolly bear, if you look at a woolly bear, you'll be able to kind of get an idea what the winter might be like. Oh, I gotta get my grain over here. I do keep the grain in the cellar for the chickens. It's a lot easier to handle. Yeah, put that over here. I think I got everything. Basket grain, my boots are there. Lights are off, I think. Yeah, water's okay, good. All right, go here. So, the woolly bear said, around his head, he had a more black. If he was all black, he'd be in for a really hard winter. He had more black on his head than his tail, which means the winter might be hard to get into. But he has beautiful brown in the middle, which means we're gonna have a great, great winter. So that'd be nice. Let me put these over here. Pull this out. So that's what that means. A little harsh to begin with. Could mean a lot of snow. Could just mean a lot of cold. Beautiful in the middle, and just a little kick to get out of the winter. So that's not bad. Let's go see if Luna's there. I'll close this up. Okay. Those chairs I got to bring in. That's not too bad. Got everything else down. So a couple of little scarecrows I want to bring in. Let's go see if Luna's in the back. We'll take a little walk. Then we'll come back to take care of the babies. I can also bring this bucket because this is grain. The waters, I'll get that when I end the video, because I want to pick up two at the same time. This grain I'll leave here. Hi, girls. Try to make it a little bit, the canvas is a little bit more snug and wrapped around. Not to have too much excess, because when the snow comes, it gets heavy, more tension on the canvas. Okay, so it's about 30 today. The sun feels good, the wind feels cold, but the sun feels nice. Yes, wonderful. Hi, girls. I put up this sideboard. This would be just temporary. These coops they're not expensive coops. They're very, very practical. And they don't have the best and the heaviest of wood, but if you take care of them, I like to cover them to preserve their life. And I get them on pallets, to try to make sure that they last a little bit longer. But I know this side would be the northeast, and you can get a lot of storms northeast. I wanted to put that wood up there to block it, but I will have to put something on the front. I'm gonna have to just try to block something in the front on both the coops, so that the snow won't get in there. Maybe the other side. I'll think of something. This one is not so bad. It's a smaller coop, so this one is all encased. This one's not bad. So just trying to use whatever materials I have around here. Try to be creative and try to keep it nice and warm. Let's go see if Luna's here. He was not here yesterday. He was gone yesterday. He might be here this morning because it's a cold morning. I'm coming, boys. I can hear you. Just a minute. A little bit icy, a little bit of snow. Beautiful, beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, wow. So had a good Thanksgiving. Like I said, didn't cook as much as I would normally have in the past, I'm trying to cut back on that. But it was still good to have the basics. You have your rolls, you have your stuffing, your turkey, your gravy, mashed potatoes, and you have the pies for dessert, things like that. So it's just a basics, which wasn't bad. That's not bad. It's getting together, right? It's being grateful to be alive, grateful to have your family with you, grateful for all the blessings that God gives us. Oh, he's not here yet, so he's still on an adventure. I'll change his water. That probably get frozen there. So I have used some hay so far. I got this part here. I don't know how many exactly bales, probably 40 bales here, I would think, and just used up what was on the side there, and got my kayaks in here, things like that. So Looney likes to get into that little basket there at night when he gets home. Sometimes he likes to just lay on that little blankie right here, or sometimes I'll bring you back here. Sometimes he wants to get over here. I'm not sure. We'll pick it up. It should be still light. See that little house right up there? See it? He likes to get in that little house. So that's not too bad. It's amazing when you have like a cold winter day, when you can get into a barn. It's always so much warmer, That's really cool. Okay, we're gonna go this way. And I'll probably have to shut the video off because I'm gonna get the boys out, get going. It's a little bit cold. Gotta get food and water. Everything has to be more physical now, so it's gonna take more time. But took us a nice green. The boys did a good job, didn't they? Look at how well they trimmed this down. Like the shadows from the trees. That's kind of cool. So did a good job as far as trimming this down, so it's not like tall tall grass or crazy things growing. They did a very good job. And then they even came over here and decided to munch on some of these things, which they did a good job over here too. So they're a benefit to me because I don't want any trees growing in this area. Everything that you see that's open, I want it to remain open. So they will eat little trees coming up and eat the little twigs. And they just keep the grass trimmed for me, and they fertilize it, of course. So I just want this to stay the way it is. I don't want this to be grown up. I do have some trees I got to take down next year that have passed on. So, but I just want it to be just the way it is now, and I'll use my bedding to fill in spots that would be either little gullies or a wet area. I'll just use my bedding to fill that in. And I have my little stick wall over here. So going good. Put that there. I like being on that big rock. So I guess we're all set. Just wanted to say hi, and just wanted to, hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving. I can't believe how fast the year's gone by. My goodness, you know. It goes by so quickly, doesn't it, people? It really goes by so fast. I got 2 pumpkins left, which I'm going to be feeding the goats, the pumpkins. And then the lady that buys my eggs, she's going to bring me a bunch of pumpkins. So they'll have some pumpkins. I'll put them in the barn. They can have pumpkins throughout the winter to eat. Okay, so I guess I'm all set. I just want to say a quick hello. I'll get back on here before Christmas. It's been crazy. I get a lot of doctor's appointments this month. I think I have maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 appointments this month before Christmas. So that'll keep me busy. But get through one day at a time, right, everybody? So again, thanks for joining me on my little tiny adventures and coming with me to just chat for a little bit. Always makes me feel good. So you guys have a great day. Love you. Take care. God bless you. And I'll get out with you again soon. Bye now. Well, I wanted to record just a small addition to the film that I did this morning. That was around 11:30. It's 1:30 now. So that was 2 hours ago when I first, the beginning of this video was 2 hours ago. It took me that long to get things done, but it's all done now. So let's just take a look at the girls, see what they're doing. The older girls who were born in 2021, they're 3 years old. They are molting, and they're nowhere to be found. So they're not outside, so they're all inside their little house, staying nice and warm in there. So that's where they're at. They're in there somewhere. So that's where they are. Now these other girls, these are the babies. They're only about 8 months old, I guess. And they are walking around. They're having a pretty good day. And then the other ones back there, I see, these are 2024, and those are 2023. Let's take a look at those. So I'm going to talk a little bit louder if I can. Make sure my finger's on the speaker. I don't think so. But whenever I zoom in, it cuts me out. So the other little girls, there they are. They're over there. I have 4 of them. There probably are 2 inside the coop. Whoop. Okay. Making everybody dizzy. Making you all dizzy. So the other girls that were born in last year, 23, some of them are outside, but there might be 2 that might be inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one that's probably inside. And so all these girls are doing good. They're all waiting. Maybe I'll give them some little treats too. Maybe before I go in, I'll give them the little millie worms. Because why? Because a couple nights I haven't given them any because it was too late when I came out, and they already all went inside. So if I don't get out in time, they go inside. So I gave them some little bedding here from the goats. They can scratch around, keep their feet warm. This is their first winter. These little guys. They're doing really, really well. I'm very pleased with them. And let's see. That's about it, I guess. So I got all the water taken care of. Oh, yeah. The goats are out here. Let me see what they're doing. So I gave them some hay so they wouldn't be bugging me, especially Applejack. He wouldn't be bugging me when I was getting rid of the sawdust in the bed. So I give him some hay to keep him busy. And when I'm cleaning out the barn, if he's a little bit too naughty, then I just tie him to a tree. And I tell him, you're being naughty now. You can't be a bully, so I have to tie you up. And if you're a good boy, you won't get tied up. So he's a character, I'll tell you. So I guess that's about it. So I'm all finally done. I'm going to go in, have some lunch. I'm going to have a nice turkey sandwich, a little bit of mayonnaise on the bread. I'm going to put some stuffing in there and have a little cranberry sauce on the side. Just enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm getting kind of hungry. Now the weather in 2 hours has changed quite a bit. I don't see any sun shining really. And it feels colder too. It's colder outside, so things can change very quickly. And Luna's still not here. He's still on an adventure. The barn is all done. Got the clean bedding on the floors on both sides over there. So they're doing good. So I'm all set, guys. So just a little addition to my work today. Letting you see the chickens out here and the goats. Sometimes I don't show them because they're inside. Right, Applejack? Sometimes I don't record you because you're inside and I'm on the outside. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You're not gonna eat my camera. And there's Rarity. Such a good boy. Two good boys. Two good boys. So when Applejack acts up, I just tie him to the little tree down there. He sees me working around. First I give him a warning to get back and tell him no. And if he persists, then I just tie him up and he watches me work from a distance. And then a couple days out, he did it twice, and he needed to be tied twice, and he was good for about 3 or 4 days. But today he was bugging me a little bit, so I tied him up again. And then he'll eventually get to know not to be bugging me or be a little bully when I'm trying to work. Right? He's such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Okay, so I guess we're all set there. So they're doing good. Goats are doing good. Oh, you're doing good. A little sleepy in your eye. I don't have an extra tissue. I can get that out of there for you. Usually I could take a little tissue to get that out, but he's doing pretty good. Okay, say bye, world. Have a good day. And Christmas is coming real fast, right, guys? Christmas will be here before we know it. Okay, peoples. So I'm going to go and have my nice lunch warm up, and I'm going to, before I know it, I'll be back out here because it gets dark early now, right? So I'm out here before I know it, and continuing on. So the days are really short. It's one thing I don't like about the days, because by the time I finish up over here, 1:30 or so. By the time I go and eat something, it might be around 2:30 when I'm done, have a nice warm cup of coffee. And then, before I know it, like 4 o'clock, it's getting dark. So, okie dokie, that's what the winter weather brings. Shorter days and longer nights. Okay, guys, I'll catch you a little bit later. So you have a wonderful day. And, again, thanks for joining me on my little daily chores. And I appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye now.